Do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and this is my beautiful bride.
This is Dee.
And we want to say welcome to the Jolley Marriage Show here on lots of platforms. We got IG, we got Facebook Live, Instagram Live. So we're glad you're here. Tell everybody hello for me. I got to send something to Cheryl.
Welcome this evening. And the challenge tonight I'm very familiar with because...
Oh, you haven't told what it is yet. You haven't told what the challenge is.
I think you should tell me.
Okay. Here is the deal. The topic tonight is clutter, chaos, and the impact it has on a marriage, and how clutter can negatively impact your marriage in a number of ways.
And Cheryl says clutter is not the same thing as being a pack rat.
She said that?
I think that's what she said.
Well, I don't know the difference. I think being a pack rat. So that's say. Anyway, first of all, we want to welcome everybody. We're Dr. Willie Jolley and Dee Jolley. We're the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We also are the host of the TED Talk, How to Never Ever Argue Again in Marriage, which we are very impressed with the amount of people who keep going to see it. We keep encouraging people to come on over here next to me and to go see it, and more people are going to see it. So we encourage you to go to jolleymarriage.com, watch the TED Talk, and then share it with everybody you know who is in a relationship. That's it. We ask people every week. We invite you. We encourage you. We implore you to send us an email about your issues,
Or if you're having a challenge.
or challenges,
And just
or
want our
situations.
input.
So why don't you read it?
All right.
All right.
So this is a situation where the wife's husband's mother has passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and has been ill for a year and actually not living in her house for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
And when she passes away, the son inherits everything, and the mother-in-law's house is bigger than the house that they currently have. And the wife would like to move into the mother-in-law's house. The mother-in-law was a bit of a pack rat, or a clutter queen. How about that? And she's trying to encourage her husband to get busy cleaning things out and encouraging him to move into the mother-in-law's house. He's not feeling it right now.
He's not feeling it.
He's not feeling it right now. And it's been about 6 months since his mom has passed away. And she's frustrated because her house is much smaller. And she's been tasked with straightening up the house. And every time she attempts to have a conversation with her husband about it, she's like, well, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm not interested in moving right now. The house smells. Oh, no, I don't want to move anything. I'm just not. So she's frustrated and said, what should I do?
Okay. First of all, I feel for you, whoever sent this letter in. I understand it. Grief is very tough. And I've been there. And I've kind of lived through this whole letter. First of all, my mother was
a pack rat.
Hold on, I'm going to get to that. She was the sweetest woman you'll ever meet. Okay, the sweetest. But she didn't like to throw away anything.
And that probably stems from her growing up years.
In the Depression, lived only with her father. Her mother was not in the picture until she was a grown woman. So that probably had a part to play. Now, when Mama died, I wasn't very anxious to move her things either. It took me a while to go in her room, gather up her clothes and her hair and so forth. So I kind of feel this whole letter, and I could relate to it.
It's emotional. It doesn't have to be logical.
It does not have to be logical.
And
Look,
everybody handles
grief is not logical, right?
Everybody handles grief differently.
Yes.
So what do you do?
Well, let me start by saying this is an aside, but it's important for me to get this in, that we tell everybody who loses a loved one, there are certain things we want to encourage you to do. Number one, get some grief counseling. Get grief counseling. And we have so many people who have a trepidation, a resistance to getting any kind of therapy.
Because they think they're okay.
Well, they either think they're okay, or they have that therapy has a stigma that something's wrong with me. And asking for help does not make you weak, as my friend Les Brown says. Asking for help helps to keep you strong. So we encourage you to get some counseling, some therapy, some grief counseling. Number two, we tell every single person who we encounter who has lost a loved one, we recommend a book called Life After Loss by Deits, Deits. We recommend that to everybody. When Mama died, there's
nothing in it for us except to want to be helpful
to bless you,
to people who are suffering.
Yeah, this will bless you. This
and book, that's probably like the second or the third edition of the book.
I think it's 6th edition.
Oh my God.
It's really? A fantastic book. Someone sent it to me when Mama died. I didn't realize that I needed it. I said, I don't need it. But I really did. I read it not knowing my brother was going to die 25 days later, and my father-in-law was going to die 8 hours after my brother. So that book, Life After Loss by Deits, after my brother and my father-in-law died on the same day, I called my pastor and said, I need grief counseling. I have a master's degree in theology with a focus on counseling. And I knew as soon as that happened, I need some counseling. I need some help. Let me tell you, folks, if you broke your hand, what would you do? You go to the doctor and get it set. If you broke your arm, what would you do? You go to the doctor, they put it in a sling, they immobilize it. Broke your foot, whatever. But many people have a broken heart and they try and heal it on their own. Go get help.
So what are you suggesting? Because she hasn't said anything.
I just had to say that first. This is not about this letter. Okay. This is about anybody who's dealing with grief. You lose a loved one, get counseling, get that book, and understand that you're not going to be as smart and bright and clear-minded. Understand you have moments when you need to cry. It's okay. And
so the lady who sent this, you're saying to her, number one,
the husband might be encouraged to get some grief counseling. And I encourage her to get the book, Life After Loss.
Okay.
And say, here's a book that Dr. Willie Jolley and Dee Jolley, I was listening to them. They rave about it. Here's how you do it, though. Don't say you need this book. Say they rave about it. But I'd like your opinion about it. Okay? Boom. Okay. The Cazares are here from West Virginia. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy day. Let's see who else is joining. Lots of people joining us from all over the country.
So let's get back to this. Let's not wait. Let's get back to this. So what we're really saying is for the person who submitted this is to first we have to go back and have some empathy. I understand her frustration. Being in this particular situation where I don't know how she ended up being tasked with cleaning and organizing the house, but yet he has not decided that he's ready to move into the property or won't even broach it. So perhaps some back off and have some empathy.
Yes, give him time. Give him a little space. Give him a little time. This is very difficult.
Well, some research, of course, I did some research too to reinforce what we're talking about, is that when you go through the loss of a loved one, if you can, to make no major decisions for at least a year. Because it takes
Damien
that long.
said, "Great glasses, D." You notice one is a square and one is a circle. Have y'all noticed that? She got some doozy glasses. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I have some blue ones too.
I know
that's a distraction. I don't want to be distracted.
Yeah, that's right. Yes,
okay.
All right, now, thank you. Next.
So empathy first.
Yes.
So you have to back off. And if you're anything like me and I want to get organized and want to get things done, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, that's one problem here in this letter. Give him space, give him time. Now let's get to the other empathy. Part. That he too tends to be like his mother and likes clutter.
I hadn't brought it up yet. I had not. But since you brought up the subject, sweetheart, I can show you. And I said to him, I said, you know what? I can really relate to this. I should take a picture. Because 25% of his office has his mom's papers to the ceiling. Let's see. How many years has that been since your mom passed away? And my dad? 20?
21 years. 22, 20, let's see. 22 years.
2 years. Am I patient?
It's in whose office is it in? Whose office is it in?
I'm talking to my family here. 25% of his office, and there's white, some kind of, it's not a sheet or something, but anyway, wrapped around it, and there are folders in there of school papers because his mom.
That wasn't my mama's papers. Those are my papers.
Well, you got the whole 25% of it has.
Those are my doctoral. I mean, my graduate school.
His mom was 22 years. His mom.
That ain't mama's stuff. That's my stuff. It ain't mama's stuff.
None of your mama's stuff over there.
None of my mama's stuff.
Oh, Willie Jolley. Okay. You lying.
No, I'm telling you the truth. That's my stuff.
Willie.
That's only my stuff.
The CDs and other stuff over there, but you got mama's stuff.
No, I do not have mama's stuff.
He's got half rat behavior that he inherited from his mom. Let me just say, before we get back, okay, so obviously I have empathy because he's a hoarder and his mother was a hoarder. So you know how I know he's a hoarder? When I try to throw some things away, he goes to the trash can. Recycled trash. He was like, D, you threw this away. So you know what I had to figure out? It could be the lamp, it could be clothing.
I can
or
fix
something.
it. If it broke, I can still fix it.
So you know what? I had to figure out what to do. All right, sweetheart. And then slowly I move. And I take it out. And I go like 2 or 3 blocks away. And put it in a dumpster. All right. So now let's get back to.
Let's see. Our friend Etta Gallimore said, "Hello, Ms. D, Dr. Willie. Thanks for the great advice always. My mother, Hannah Faye Pitts Gallimore Davis, died 3 years ago on October 7th. This year at age 75. I miss her a lot. And this was my mother, author, Etta. Thank you, Etta. Use those. Get that book, Etta. If you have not, if you have not read Life After Loss, you got to read that book by Dietz, D-E-I-T, and get some grief counseling. It really does make a difference. Let's see. Linda Kazera said, D, you wait until he leaves for a day or two, and the trash man comes the next day. Then they can't get it out.
Timing is everything. Thank you.
That's why I take her with me on the road when I go, Linda, is because I know if I go away without her, she's gonna go and find the stuff I've been hiding.
Rearrange the furniture. I do that too.
I've been hiding stuff and so forth. Anyway, okay, so clutter. So you got the grief issue. We told you how to handle that. Grief counseling book. And
first back off and have
therapy.
empathy and realize that he needs time. The loss of a loved one, you need time.
So now
time varies with each individual.
Yeah. Now let's talk about what do you do? What about clutter? Clutter, it can create stress, it can create overwhelm. A cluttered home often feels chaotic.
Well, for the other person.
Yeah.
Not for the person who's
it makes it harder for the person who's a
not
neat,
the clutterer.
Who's a neat freak. A minimalist. Want to get rid of everything. Oh, we gotta go. In the trash. We just bought. She would look here.
Oh, that's extreme.
She. You know what I was
whatever it is.
She would throw away something, and a week later get another copy of the same thing.
What? That's not
your white coat. You
remember
that white coat you used to have, and then you went and got another one look just like it.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. No.
So with that in mind, Jack Spratt could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. We are totally opposite on that.
But I think a key
and clutter makes me comfortable. It does. When I go to a hotel room, I got to mess it up a little bit. I got to throw stuff around the.
So the rule
is we always get a. Go ahead, tell
a room with 2 double or queen size beds.
That's right.
2 queen or 2 doubles. Why? Because when he gets in, he opens his luggage, he throws everything on the other bed.
Yeah, I throw everything over the bed.
And I, on the other hand, I open my luggage and I got everything neatly fold, rolled, and I know exactly. And he's happy, and I understand that. So there's a level of patience which is necessary.
Okay, so
right, empathy, patience.
Now, why do people clutter?
And the idea of when you're having a challenge in their particular case,
yes,
the house is sitting there empty. She does want to move. She got to have patience because he's not ready to do that. But if you look at the idea of what we talk about in terms of disagreement, what's the challenge? Not being able to move. If you throw the problem on the other side of the table, say, how do we address this situation? What can we do together?
Right.
Because he might not really be. It's more of a challenge for her than it is for him.
Right. Right.
So how do we come together to solve this?
Well, that's one of
it's like you have to ask the question: would you be more comfortable if we had more space?
That's what you'd ask the question of me?
And I'm saying.
Oh, are you saying of that person?
Yes, that might be a good question.
That might be a good question. That would be a very good question
to ask her, because their current home is smaller than the mother's house,
right?
And then, would you be amenable to go to counseling just to talk about not me as your wife, but go to a counselor and just kind of talk about your feelings and about your mom, and that might be helpful also as a way of marching along to get the issues resolved. What do you think?
I agree. Because let me tell you some of the things that what clutter, and I understand this because I've lived with my wife all these years, and now she is. It does make your bigger space seem smaller if you got too much stuff in it.
But that doesn't prevent you from having the stuff.
I keep it in my room, my little office in the corner. All right, and not in the main office area, not in your area. It's my little area, and in my bedroom.
And not a seat to be found in your office area. When I come in your office area, I have to say, honey, would you please take that out of the seat so that I could sit
My
down?
seat's being used.
Or I sit on your lap.
Yeah, well, that seat, that chair is being used for important information.
All the paper.
My hats. My jackets.
Are your baseball caps?
Baseball caps. Yeah.
You see the patience of Job.
You have been patient because I do have some issues. I got some issues, but I am aware.
You have issues, and my issues are different.
You are. But you got an issue too. We are extreme. You are a neat freak, as they would say.
Yes. We both have issues, and we respect.
That's why I had to put my stuff away, because I know if I don't put something away, I come home. You don't have a problem with. You just think it's supposed to go in the trash, or you move it and don't remember where you put it. You remember that?
Well, that is true, because I move it to a space where it will fit better, and then I just forget what the space was, where the space was.
That's what I live with.
Because it doesn't have a home, and when you have things everywhere, and you're with someone who wants to be organized, you want to find a home for everything.
Linda says opposites attract. We are definitely opposites in terms of clutter. Hey, Gladys is tuning in from Newport Beach, California. All right.
What a lovely life.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. We got people joining in from all over the world. Thank you for everybody, and particularly those who are overseas in other countries. Thank you for joining, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on YouTube channel. Thank you, and we're grateful.
I just want to say, I had Gladys on my mind, and I said I was going to call Gladys because she has a scholarship program coming up.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yep. That they raise money for the Virginia State University.
Alumni Association.
Alumni, that's right. Okay, loss of shared space. What else is financial strain? Clutter often comes from overbuying. Buying too much stuff.
Who was I talking to? They were cleaning out. We were
going. They go to Costco and they buy everything for a year's worth of stuff. And then
Marguerite was complaining about that. Yes. Helping a friend clean out the lady's house. The lady had a pack rat, and she had rugs, and she was like, "Do you want a rug?" I said, "I don't think I need another rug." Right. Clothes with the tags.
You know what? Over the years, by the way, we have. Used to have this penchant. You see the word I use, penchant? That's a very
that's a scholarly word.
For rugs, for your Oriental rugs.
Well, before Willie Jolley, one of my Oriental rugs hung on the wall.
So you have
as a piece of art.
See, that's overbuying. Okay, that's why when you got with me, I started saying, well, "Why are you spending money like that on that stuff?" Anyway, but some people overbuy, which creates less room, more stuff, less space to put it in. And now I could be tagged with that in terms of products. Right? I'm guilty because I want the best price per unit. And they only get good prices per unit. The more you get, the volume.
And then I have to raise the issue of
where you gonna put it.
Where are you gonna put it?
Yeah.
And how long does it sit there? Because I do inventory. That's money sitting on the shelves. So you have to the best price per unit up to what point? When your dollars are sitting on the shelf and not moving.
Right. So those are some of the issues that when you have two different definitions too of clean or cleanliness, two different definitions.
I don't think clutter means you're not clean.
No, I mean, but two different
perspectives
on tidiness, okay. On everything is okay. Because I think my office is okay.
I think Cheryl would differ with you as well as me. But if you can find everything,
I know where everything is.
and so my goal is to just come in to see you and not to deal with anything because I have learned not to leave anything on your desk that I want you to look at. I want to hold it out in front of you. I need you to make a decision, and then I need to take it back because I have learned over the years that it disappears into the pile on your desk, and that's not good.
I had a guy who I hired who helped me to alleviate piles.
Oh, what happened to him?
Gerhard. He went to Germany. I fell off the wagon.
But that's really not how you think.
No,
That's just not how you think.
right.
And so once I studied you and I realized you don't function that way, and your brain doesn't operate that way, I have adjusted. And I think I have adjusted more than you have adjusted. And yes, that's what I think.
Do I wash my dishes? Yeah, I do. I wash my dishes tonight. Do I make up my bed?
Let me see if you washed the dishes.
I did. I washed them. And did I make up the bed? Do I make up the bed now every day?
I've been here for 40 years.
She went away for first time in years. She went away by herself to a women's conference, a church conference.
I went to Alpha.
Okay. And
Alpha
so
USA
for
conference.
3 days, she was gone. I made up my bed every day, even though you weren't here. Because I'm so conditioned. I said to myself, I did have a conversation with myself. The first day I said, she ain't here. I don't have to make up my bed. I can leave it open. Then I said, nah, go ahead and make it up. It looks so much nicer.
Oh,
And you weren't even here.
no.
See?
That's so sweet.
Yes. So, all right. We only got a couple more
Change
minutes.
the habit.
All right. So to this person who sent this communication, 1, we do understand. 2, be patient. 3, help your spouse or encourage your spouse to get counseling. 4, get the book,
I think first,
Life After Loss.
empathy, to have
empathy.
the sense to understand. If you have not lost someone close, you really can't understand.
Okay, but even with empathy, there comes a time when it's enough. Enough. I mean, we have somebody we know whose mother died 5 years ago, and nobody lives in the house.
Yes.
Nobody lives in the house.
Yes.
Okay, nothing's happened, and so there's a point where you say, "Come on, that's
well, that requires the counseling.
That's why you have to have counseling. We recommend counseling.
You're
Get the
right.
book
I
Life After Loss.
I completely
All right,
forgotten that.
and so do that, and you will see greater things start to come your way. Okay?
And then little by little, you don't have to do everything at one time. One step. What is one thing we could do? Maybe clean out one room.
Yeah, just one room. Say, okay, let's just do one room, and we will attack
box it
that.
up. Yeah, and then say, what would you like to do? And if he says, I can't handle it. Okay, then we'll come back to it. What day? Let's try a day next week. Just little by little.
So, what we want to encourage you to do: be patient, have empathy, be encouraging about getting counseling. Get the book Life After Loss, and then little by little start organizing and tidying up. What's the girl's name? Marie, somebody who's a tidiness queen.
I would say Marie Claire. No,
She was very popular a year or so ago.
it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago because I read the book.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyway.
Tidying up.
Yeah. So our time is up.
But you might not want. A lot of people are not going to read a book, but you can go online for.
Yeah.
Go to Chat GPT 5.
Oh, don't go down that path, please. Please don't go down this path right now.
For advice on.
Why couldn't it just be Chat GPT? Why can't you go to Google? I mean, let's not go down this path right now. Look, Damien said, not even one room. Do one pile first. You're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you for sharing that. Do one pile first, and then move on from there.
And
great.
Then say something encouraging.
Right. Final thoughts? You got a final thought?
Well, Cheryl sent us an article
about the Collier brothers.
About the Collier brothers that I was not familiar with.
In New York.
Who
were pack rats.
Came from a very, very wealthy family.
Mm-hmm.
From a very wealthy family. The father had been a doctor and the mother was, I don't know, some kind of artsy person. And this was in the early 1900s.
Mm.
And they had two children. One was Homer and the other son was Langley. The parents divorced. The father died like 8 or 9 years later, and then the mother died like 10 years after. So they were wealthy, but they had limited communication with the outside world and had a big mansion, and they started to collect things. And so they had mental illness, and the level of clutter was to the point where when one of them, the neighbors complained about the smell. They had this huge house in New York, early 1900s, that level of wealth. And the neighbors complained about the smell. And they were like, they'd only come out in the evenings. So when they finally got inside of the house, it took them several hours to go through the clutter just to get, and this is like the foyer and into the entryway, because the piles of paper were to the ceiling. And one brother had gone blind. The other brother took care of him as best he could. And a pile of papers fell on him and he couldn't move. So one was in there just had been dead because the pile of papers and boxes fell on him. And the other one, who was blind, just kind of died of starvation because he couldn't go anywhere to do anything.
Wow.
Isn't that
a
cautionary tale of clutter to the extreme? And then I think that the house caught on fire or something.
On top of that. Look, we got to go. Thank you for calling. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for positive thoughts, for your input. We will see you next week, the Lord willing. Creek don't rise. I also want to give a shout out to everybody at High Point University, where I was there yesterday for the convocation with my friend Dr. Nito Cobain. I sang The Impossible Dream. If you follow me on social media, you very well have seen some of the people who have posted it. We're going to try and get a copy of it so you can hear it. We've had so many positive comments. All right, we're out.
One of the best run universities in the country.
Number one best run university 2 years in a row.
Wow.
In the Princeton Review.
Amazing.
Amazing.
You have kids getting ready to go to college, you need to
go check out High Point University.
High Point University in Greensboro, North Carolina.
High Point, North Carolina, in the Greensboro area. Okay.
Okay.
We got to go. Let's see. We're going out with music from my jazz album. Thank you all. Have a great day. God bless you.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you.